This week's The Rockman Experience is brought to you by the Jacksonville Free Press newspaper, bringing you quality urban news for more than 30 years. PMP Nutrition and Supplements. Want your summer body? Go to pmpnutrition.com. They'll get you exactly where you need to be. Heart SEO, internet marketing and web design for those who are ready to make their business soar. HeartSEO.com. And now, one of the hottest podcasts in the country. It is The Rockman Experience.
Just like on the earth, through death comes life.
There is something in the atmosphere of Edgewater College.
What about vaping and the effects on the lungs? It was a symbol of we can.
Rodman was a man of the city, you hear me?
You're inside the Rockman Experience.
It's the Rockman Experience.
The Rockman Experience.
The knowledge that he dropping, most dismissive, make you curious.
And we can't mess this up, cause you know he gon' be furious.
He bring the news to you, cause it's the truth, ain't no stopping it. Say you didn't know, well here's the proof coming from
Rodman Johnson, ain't no straight out of Compton. Duval County with that weight that we rockin'. Now you tuned in to the
Rockman Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rockman Experience. To the Rockman Experience, little technical difficulty there, but I am Rockman Johnson. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you who are my regular YouTube, I can't speak today, channel subscribers, I'm so excited that you are a part of this process with us. And this is a test show. You won't see this anywhere. I'm here with some wonderful folk from Jackson State University, and we are doing a test about accountability and about restructuring the college environment. So if you want to tune in, it's cool. But we're doing it for an assignment. So thank you all for keeping me moving forward as an influencer. All right, so this is what our show is today. Today, I won't be Rockman Johnson, however, even though this is the Rockman Experience. I will be Jack Stripling. So you'll see this name change. But Jack Stripling is the person. So what's happened at Arizona State University has been quite interesting. Universities worldwide have had the opportunity to create strategic plans, and Arizona State, much like many of the schools around, has done the same thing. But things got different with Arizona State, right? And this analysis looks into understanding leadership challenges, what the school went through, and how it came into the place that it is, and what it took to get there. Now, this talented group of people came together, and we are talking to them today to find out what it took and what it takes to make change sustainable. Now, joining us on the show today, first of all, is Donald Ulrich. Mr. Ulrich is the president and chair of the search committee for the Arizona Board of Regents. Thank you so much, Mr. Ulrich, for being a part of the show.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be a part of this well-established broadcast concerned with the issues facing higher education, particularly as it relates to the state of Arizona.
Thank you much. And if we just see the top of your head tomorrow, it's going to be me and you. The next, we have the vice president and chief of staff who helps to continue to move things forward. This is James O'Brien. Welcome to the show, James.
How you doing, sir? I'm here.
So good to have you. Thanks for being a part. Also, a very integral part of what's happening, the outgoing president, who really did some amazing things at the school, who really has been just described as an all-around taskmaster, but also a visionary. Please, let's welcome Laddie Kaur to the show.
Really has been just described as an all-around.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. And last but not least, as a part of tonight's show, the senior VP and the secretary of the university who works to ensure great work. This is Kristen Wilkinson. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. So we have those of you who are listening. Remember, you're going to need to make sure that you are turning your volume down on the Zoom computer. Make sure that on the Zoom computer your volume is down because we can hear feedback. Right? You're going to need the volume to be up on the StreamYard device, whether it's a tablet, computer, whatever. The volume should be up on the StreamYard device, down on Zoom. Okay, there you go. And remember that tomorrow, please. And I'll try to make notes if I can tonight to remind everybody. All right, so we're so glad that we're joined by this incredible group of academic leaders who are really creating a sustainable future for Arizona State University to move forward. So because this is such a major change for the school, but it's something that's substantive, I want to start with you, outgoing President Ulrich. What was it that created that space for you to want that change to happen, or for you to help the new administration to see that change through?
Mr.
I'm
Strickland.
sorry, I mean core. I'm sorry, I'll have my notes.
Okay.
Not you,
thought that was President Lottie Core.
Not you, Mr. Ulrich, because all we can see is your hat. But we'll fix that.
Yeah. Okay, the university is at a great all-time high. With enrollment is great with the stability of enrollment, institutional advancement. The university, the incoming president has a solid foundation to make sure he moves the institution forward.
So this institutional challenge that came about with creating it, Mr. O'Brien, what was it that the faculty, before we get to the faculty, the staff, like how did people take it in this change? It doesn't seem like it's too much of a change from what university operations is, but how did the staff and the team and the administration, did they take to what was brought to the table?
They did. Mike was ready to employ a technique he called immediate disruption of enterprise.
Yeah.
He needed to activate his current leadership team or build a new one that could help him move institutional level projects and ignite new ways of thinking and operating.
Okay. I know when you think about those new ways, though, what's ultimately important is that the change is sustainable. And that's part of the problem. Like there are a lot of people who don't want to see that sustainability. Christine, when you were dealing, obviously as a secretary of college, you also had to deal with the Board of Trustees or Board of Regents. What was their reaction to this change, and did they think it could be sustainable?
I'm sorry, can you ask me that question again?
No problem. As the secretary of the college, you are dealing with the Board of Regents and Trustees more than anybody because you hold the seal. Did they think that the change that was being implemented was something that could stick?
Yes, they were very excited about it, and they did think it was something that would stick.
Gotcha. And Mr. Ulrich, with you, I know a lot of the mandates that come down from high above, from the governor's office, from the chancellor, from the Department of Education. Was this what the legislature and the others who were kind of running education in Arizona, was this what they had in mind?
In answering your question, I think it was important for us as the Board of Regents to look across our institution and see the unique challenges that we face, in particular, the transformative path that Michael wanted to take was going to be bold, and it was going to be innovative, and it was going to be focused on a lot of ingenuity. I think with regards to elected officials and the institution as it stood at the time of his inclusion, the university was not very transformative in that approach. We looked at how we ran things traditionally, and we had grown attached to that traditional conservative running of the higher educational institution. I think Michael was bold in his approach to wanting to transform the institution. He was, in fact, a unconventional candidate that some of us didn't want in the first place.
Let me ask you this, if I may. What I hear all of the praises, and unfortunately, Michael's not with us. Michael Crow, who is the current president of ASU, but you're the chief of staff and the senior VP, Mr. O'Brien, Dr. O'Brien. Question for you: what was the fault, though? What was the thing that Michael brought to the table that may not have been the best attribute for him to have?
I mean, Mike was loyal almost to a fault. You got to look at it. There were people who should have been moved on faster. That's just the facts. But he recognized that we were looking for more than just a mindset change. We were asking people to change how they thought, as well as how they executed on a daily basis.
There's so much more to dig into as we talk about this strategic plan, why it was important, and the changes that will be made. But we must remember the reason why we're all meeting virtually here is because in the United States, as well as around the world, we are experiencing the effects of COVID-19. So I want to remind everybody to mask up, make sure that you are being safe. We're going to give you some details during our breaks when we can talk about ensuring that you are keeping you and your family safe. There's more of Jack Strickland Show as we talk with the leaders of Arizona State University. We'll be right back in just moments.
Right now, the COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans, and soon they will be available to everyone.
This vaccine means hope. It will protect you and those you love from this dangerous and deadly disease.
I want to go back to work and I want to be able to move around.
To visit with Michelle's mom, to hug her and see her on her birthday.
You know what I'm really looking forward to is going to opening day in Texas Ranger Stadium with a full stadium.
We've lost enough people and we've suffered enough damage.
In order to get rid of this pandemic, it's important for our fellow citizens to get vaccinated.
I'm getting vaccinated because we want this pandemic to end as soon as possible.
So we urge you to get vaccinated when it's available to you.
So roll up your sleeve and do your part.
This is our shot.
Now it's up to you.
What do you mean?
In these uncertain times, you need to think beyond yourself. Wash your hands. Wash with soap. Wash them for your fathers, your mothers, your grandparents, your friends, for everyone. Wash your hands for them.
Your friends.
All right, we're back with the Strickland Show. Here, let's check the audio. I want to make sure, since we're in the midst of this test, those of you who are watching this on YouTube, because we're not going to be able to, there's a lot of feedback, so turn your, whoever's got it up on Zoom that's on the StreamYard, turn it down. Those of you who are watching this on, if you got it up on Zoom and you're up on StreamYard, turn your Zoom volume down. Whoever's got it up on Zoom that's on the StreamYard, turn it down. Okay, got it. Now, can you, in the chat, you'll have to talk to us in the chat. Belinda or Minnie, who's ever watching, or Terry, whomever, in the Zoom chat, can you hear us okay? Or Belinda, nod your head if you can hear us fine. No, Belinda cannot hear us. Terry, can you say something in the chat, maybe? Okay, so it doesn't look like they can hear us. Why is that? Belinda's saying something. Belinda, can you say what you just said again?
We can hear.
Okay, I can. Thank you, Terry. Terry, I got you. Because I have to keep the volume down on the other computer. For me, it's like I know how to control this. But I got to keep the volume down on that computer. But you see how the flow will work? I think this will work fine. I think this will work better. And that way we can transition from commercial to commercial. All right, so I'll go back to Zoom. I just wanted to test this. I'll have everything loaded once I finish cutting it, and you'll see the transition. So we can go back to Zoom. Thank you.